I seriously need to change this screen soon. Should be a simple matter. All I did was record myself play games for like 10, 20 minutes. I can do it again if I wanted to. Wow. I think that's it. Let's see. Screen, check. Mic, check. And Eggman, check. Hey Ratchet, what's up? Oh yeah, right. I didn't check something. Um. Oh, okay, it does. I didn't even thought about it until now. I just quickly looked up if this game had crossplay, and it does. I haven't started playing online, not yet. I'm not ready for that. I rather wait until the full game comes out. But so far, I'm getting the hang of it. I understand. Might as well just unlock everything while I'm at it. It's so weird how the default leans towards more power, but as you go for more so-called other versions, other upgrades, the power and other stats just decrease while the opposite increases. I mean, yeah, the main stat decreases and the opposite increases. At that point, you're better off just go by design than stats. But then again, I don't think people go for style anymore, do they? Anyways. For now, I'm just gonna go with style. That's the back. No, I wanna have this. Oh, blue. This is for the what? Drill? Ah, drill. Let's make it red. Red for the blood of my enemies that I will run over. What is this for? The metal parts. Oh, you can even blend it in. Well, sort of blend. I can still see the stripes, but this is for what? Oh, the tires. It's funny how they have these, and yet, kind of makes you wonder if it even matters. Because, you know, most of the time you're just driving straight, right? You're not going to be looking at your tires, the color of your tires. Well, it's the thought that counts, I guess. Same goes for the decals. Tonight at midnight is the Joker Festival. Let me guess, that's the moment when Sega will let people choose Joker? I bet. The one thing... Wait, actually, maybe it says it somewhere. Does it explain the differences with, like, certain stats? Oh, they have item explanations at least. Until Monday, that's when the open test ends. Ah, okay. I see how it is, Sega. No love for Hatsune Miku, I see. Although, to be fair, Sega doesn't entirely own Hatsune Miku. They just publish the games. Joker is a character that they own ever since they absorbed Atalus, which is still amazing to just think like, wow, they took Persona and Shin Megami Tensei series. Pass machines ahead. Automatically move automatically towards the finish line. I was gonna say this almost sounded like the bullet bill, but the fact that it says towards finish line, isn't that a little cheating? Or is that an exaggeration? Warp to the machine ahead and crush it. Wait, then... So what's the difference with this? This is just the blue shell, and this is blue shell 2.0. Okay, this one I know. I've seen people got run over by this. Also, that's what Omochao does. I had no idea, with all the chaos happening, I had no idea what Omochao was doing the last time I summoned him. Drop weights on the machines in first and second place, crushing them and making them drop one item. So, blue shell, but items are dropped. But it also affects the person in second place. The problem I had with previous Sonic racing games that had items, as far as I remember, they didn't have item explanations unless it was somewhere in the hints, like here. or at least 2 or 3 items played out the same way. Okay, so I wasn't going crazy. The green rocket punch can be like the green shell, but it also has a lock on. Why? They could have just let this be like have no lock on and be like the green shell. Otherwise, we already have this. Anyways, and then this is also a homing attack too. Cuts it in half and makes the racer drop an item. Huh. I didn't see anybody get cut in half when I used this. Our child forcibly grants an item to all machines. If they already have an item, a new item will be redrawn. So, an agent of chaos, I see. Suck strings, yeah. And then, yeah, I know what that does. Create a tornado around the user, negate some incoming attacks. Deals damage to other machines that come in contact. So it's a defense item. Or it can be used as a defense item. And then, yeah, banana peel-ish. Place that draws machines around it. Okay. At the very least, they're not using all items as Wisp. That's a good thing. At least they come up with some original ideas. Or somewhat. Although, once again, it kind of feels like 2 or 3 items more or less have the same effects. But It works. But yeah, hang on. They don't explain what stat is what. Like, I know speed is speed, but what's the difference with handling, acceleration, and what is power? What does power have over speed? Anyways. Let's go with this. I feel like that plate that you upgrade to add more slots to the customization gadgets. As of the demo, it feels like it's so easy to get all 6 slots unlocked. Something tells me though, the final game is not going to be as easy as that, considering how many cups, Grand Prix cups there are. Everybody talks about Omega, but what about Gamma? It's good to see the hoverboard make a comeback. And the fact that it's the first time I've ever seen Eggman on it, he looks a little goofy. Funny how you can't even stop the item roulettes. Aha! Oh shit. This is the 3rd time they had to bring back Bingo Highway for some reason. Thanks, Alma Chow. I was already close to 100 anyways. Oh my god, my handling's so bad. Ow. Oh no! My tire! Okay, now I see the other half get cut. But is there a difference with that compared to getting hit by a regular item? Because you're still slowing down. Or is it just the visual just makes it look silly that half of your car is cut in half?
Analyzing strategic options.
I'd say it's an interesting detail that they actually label one racer to be your rival. But technically speaking, a lot of racing games already kind of do that. They just, don't label them. Like, Mario Kart makes it so obvious who is your rivals during Grand Prix. But yes, I do understand the point of the rival system. Oh no, magnet! Dang it. Aha! Nobody ever looks back? Well, I do. No. It is ready. Oh no! At least let me throw it. Oh, I got somebody at least. Uh-oh. Oh no. Wait. I swear, whenever I see like an incoming projectile, when I look backwards, my brain scrambles and I'm like, wait, do I go left or right? As I'm like looking backwards. And then as soon as I look straight, I end up going into the direction of where the said projectile comes at me. Move out of the way, I can't believe they even bothered to bring the Deadly Six again. Wait, hang on a second, Amy. Your car isn't that thick. How is it that she could push me off? Oh, that hedgehog. Also focused on trying to lock on Tails. Who's that? Oh, Zaz again. Nobody likes you, Zaz. Why are you auto? Whoa! Really? That's all I'm gonna get? Ha! Well, thank goodness somebody threw a item. If it was Mario Kart, it would have just been a blue shell and hit only one person. This time we're going for slight speed, slipstream, and fast tricks. Alright, marathon time. I definitely prefer this structure over how Mario Kart World does their transitions. And I don't even have Mario Kart World yet. But I've seen enough gameplays of it. Oh shoot, no, I should have turned a little left. Or right. What? I meant to throw it backwards. Uh-oh. Oh no! Half of my ass is gone. Oh no! What? Oh gee, thanks. Oh shoot, oh shoot. I just noticed the metal defense, the shield item lasts quite a good number of seconds.
File graceful _ loss.exe not found.
.exe, he says. I wonder if he knows a certain hedgehog that has the .exe at the end.
Before your racing master.
Alright, there's more gadgets to unlock. Okay. Suddenly, I'm now feeling it. I'm gonna get destroyed, but whatever. That's no different than how I go through Mario Kart. Good. And of course there's ranks. And when there's ranks, I know some folks are just gonna go bonanza over it. It's like Street Fighter, like fighting games, Street Fighter and Tekken, where they want to fight for platinum. But every time you lose, your rank goes down bit by bit. And right, now there's a completely new track, so... Yippee! I was already getting tired of the other ones.
Hey!
I'm just gonna stick to Eggman. For now, maybe. I'm a little... As a sarcastic way of saying, I'm a little disturbed by the fact that they are, in terms of like NPCs, they're using characters from Sonic Forces. I mean, better to have variety than just an army of chows and little critters, right? Whoa, whoa, I didn't... Who pushed me? I should have looked back. Where are we now? Wait a minute, this looks familiar. Oh wait, no, never mind. I take it back. Oh no! Double. No, don't touch me. Whoa. Oh no! Was this the right way? No, this is the wrong way. That's probably like one of those shortcuts where you need to have a wisp with you.
You stand among a genius.
I thought that was an alternative route. Third place, not bad.
Victory!
Excuse me. Oh, you also get gadgets for playing online. Okay, that's good. At least they're also rewarding you. It's also part of the grind, I mean. Although I imagine myself just playing mostly of Grand Prix, and then, you know, by then you most likely unlock a lot of things. People are already at the legend mark. Of course! Those are dedicated players who will play this open network for like 12 hours. At least, I like to assume and believe that. And I'm sure it'll be no different when the full game comes out. People will quickly get to legend rank. But I still have this, I always have this mindset that ranks at least helps with the matchmaking, pitch you against players of the same rank. But how do you know if one or two of them are not smurfing? Because yeah, you know, smurfing is still a thing today. I mean, just look at Riot Games. They're already trying to snuff out all the smurf players who are smurfing. My point is by the time you're at Legend, does that really matter? Because then everybody else will be Legend and you're, you know, just still racing against players who are just as good as you. Or I'm just overthinking it. I don't know, I just find online rankings in video games to be meh. People take it way too seriously. Did I block it? Did I just pass me?
The choice is mine.
You know, the fact that they are even bothering to mention or bring back, what you may call it, because Bingo Highway. Why not have a game remastered in HD where the stage is based off of that game, Sega? Uh-oh. Ooh, I hate this power-up. Oh! Oh no! Oh. Okay. But there will be chaos, right? Yeah! I just noticed the item boxes respawn quicker on the online than the main game. Why is that? Anya! Alright, that's right, you lose an item as well. I was gonna use my A boost to get out. Yay! What was that, second?
You stand among a genius.
I love how they add peer pressure by telling you how many meters until you reach the finish line. And the first thing when I thought of that was another game that does that was Uma Musume. Yeah, you know, the horse game. They add peer pressure by telling you how close you are to the finish line. But of course, unless you're behind the pack, that wouldn't really matter. Just like in Mario Kart, you know it's already a loss when you're so far behind. And then in online play, when all the racers have crossed the finish line, the match ends. It's like, don't bother with that last place person.
Hey guys. Hey. Come on. Let's go.
All the Sonic Forces NPCs, I'm assuming, are hedgehogs. No, wait, not all. No, wait, no, they're not. I see like a furry tail. Foxes? There's gonna be a challenge in the extra page to earn titles. Do any of these stuff that you unlock get transferred towards the final game? Because imagine grinding so much on unlocking the challenges and titles and such. But then, you know, if they're not transferred to the full game, then what was the point? Or is it just an experience so that you can do the same thing in the full version? Did it say anywhere some progressive stuff gets transferred over? I feel like at this point it should, like, you know, by the time you get the full game, it'll detect the save data from the beta, and then, you know, it'll ask you, would you like to transfer all the stuff? Everything except for the stuff that you unlock with the tickets, because I imagine those have to be redone from scratch. Whee! Oh jeez. Oh! I was just about to focus on looking behind. Oh no! Take this. Take take the item before it disappears. Uh-oh, frenzy. What is it? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're Tokyo drifting now. Ah! Darn. What? I'm not even in first or second. No, don't touch me! Oh, there was another one. Give me all your rings. What was that? I didn't see my position. Third? Fourth?
Acceptable.
Fifth? There was just so much chaos. Fourth, not bad.
Of course.
Excuse me. It's a good thing you don't need Xbox Game Pass or PlayStation Plus just to play open betas and such. Yeah, my Xbox Game Pass Core already expired like 2 weeks ago.
Very well.
I see if some fans. I see 2 fans of the P-Wing car, because the
Very well.
color looks very inspired by that from Mario Kart.
Let's go.
I think it was called the P-Wing, or was it something else? No, I'm thinking of the D-Dash or something like that from DS. Oh, to think that we're gonna be racing on these tracks with SpongeBob next to us and Patrick and Aang, and I don't know which if they're gonna bring all the Ninja Turtles or just 2 of them. It's gonna be wild. Well, that's a start. Oh shoot, oh shoot. This is my first time going through all these tracks, and yet I feel like it feel like I know where I'm going. Sort of. What is that? Oh, the ice scroll. Wait, no, it changed. No, it was random. Metal Haba. No! I wanted to go for the items. Oh! It doesn't go up the ramp, it just bounces off. I mean, does a U-turn. Hey, oh jeez. Hey, I hit him. What is this, Mario Kart? Where, you know, you hit the person, but then it's like, it tells you hit him, but they didn't actually. Or unless he's a hack. Because I do know there's hacks here. Yeah, in a beta. That's crazy, of course. Are we going in reverse? Oh no, we're going in a we just went in through a loop. No. Wow.
Now you know why I'm the best.
Participating in the beta, you can get 2 decals and the title Open Network Test that will be available at launch. Ah. Is that some kind of like exclusive deal for those who only participate in the Open Network? Actually, no. That's what it sounds like. So I imagine if you were one of those people who didn't play the Open Network, you won't get that title, right? Actually, no, that would make sense. It's kind of like how in Neo you get rewarded with a helmet or an armor piece for just playing the beta. And then you have to keep the save data so that in the full game you get those items through the boon. You cannot carry over your progress on the network test. Then what's the point? That means at the end, the only title you'll get is the one that you mentioned, the Open Network Test Racer. I can understand the unlockables not being able to be progressed to the full game. But think about all the challenges and the titles these people are earning. And then obviously online rank, you're gonna go back to E or minus E. That's an obvious as well. But all the challenges, all those hours spent, gone? Rude.
One day this place will be mine again.
Oy, oh god, I hate this. Just like how it is in Sonic Forces. At least the controls are fine. Well, we're already transitioning now.
Random track. Follow me to my victory.
Chow. That's like having the coin item when you're in first place. Take Chow, I don't need him. Oh no, I just got this item. Oh no. Oh, they do have fork roads. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, never mind. I take it back. This course sucks. Just like the game that it came from. Oh, hey, it's a snake. But it shouldn't be real. Just like Sonic Force, the stage in Sonic Forces, the water half pipe. Ugh.
Of course.
Oh, excuse me. It'll be funny if Infinite joined the race. And Shadow calls him weak again. He called me weak. I'm seeing at least 3 people, 3 racers with the giant wings. What's up with that? And Cream, you are too tiny on that surfboard. I mean, the hoverboard. Oh, sorry. I didn't pick. Good to see Cream playable. All these years, and Sega had the audacity to say, yeah, Cream couldn't be playable in any Sonic game because she's too underage. Dude, unless you've been reading the IDW Sonic series, she managed to survive the robo-zombie virus thingamajig. She even saw the horrors, but she wasn't completely traumatized. What do you mean she's underage? What does that make Cheese then? And Cheese is the one who's the violent one in Sonic Advance and Sonic Battle. Oh my god, I'm drifting away. Oh shit, wait, I should have waited. Actually, no, I would have lost the item. Oh no, I drifted the wrong way. Dino! I have no idea where to go from there. Nya. No. Oh, it's Dark Chow. Too soon. Oh shoot, should have gone for the double. Oh, I missed the pink. I mean, I missed the other boost. Oh well. Close.
I'll let you have this one.
That's how the wings are deployed? Huh. Wait, I was second? I swear I was at third.
Of course.
Oh, thank goodness the heat wave is slowly dwindling down. I am so over and done with summer for now. Excuse me. I wonder what kind of whatchamacallit, what kind of metas people will find in this game. I assure you, you're gonna see multiple people playing as the same character with the exact same customization. At least maybe 5 out of the 12 people. If not, then maybe 8. It'll be just like how Mario Kart, the Wii, Funky Kong everywhere. Or, you know what I think? One thing I definitely see is people play as, I don't know, 12 players as SpongeBob. And that one person as Patrick or Joker. And everybody gangs up on you because you're not SpongeBob. It's like, get that guy, he's not SpongeBob. Whoops, that is so far off course. I had to hit somebody. Other way, other way, other way. I was getting ready for that. Kind of hard to tell when that red rocket was gonna hit me. Oh, okay, I was way ahead of the pack. Either I'm going a little too fast because of the water section, or some chaos was happening back there. I feel like that's the water sections, the boat sections are a little. They kind of expect a lot of you to do something there, and by that I mean, just look at how Mario Kart World, where if you've seen the high plays, holy shit, people are like doing air tricks endlessly. You can even do it against a tree while you're in midair. So the fact that the water section allows you to do a jump boost, and you can do a midair trick while you're at it, And with the gadget where you can do tricks faster, that's crazy. That means you get to build up speed a little too fast, no? Unless there's a water section where there's a lot of curves, then yeah, you're not doing that. But yeah, it does feel good doing it. Not gonna lie. Uh-oh. Watch out, Cream has got the drill car. I still can't get over the fact that SpongeBob is gonna be here. And not only that, not just the character, but you even get to drive through Bikini Bottom. My god. And what's funny is that Squidward, for some reason, is a giant, while all the racers here are tiny. Just like Mario Kart logic, all the NPC spectators are giants, while all the racers are tiny. Oh no! Oh. Don't touch me, I'm sterile. Let's go. Oh no! I have no items anyways. Whee! Oh boy. No. Oh shit. There's just so much stuff happening. Other way, other way. I have no idea where I'm going. Whoa. Somebody got that giant green rocket up gadget. You know, earlier when I was playing this, I was like spamming items. Until halfway through my session, I was like, no, you gotta treat this like how you do in Mario Kart. Keep items on hand in case of emergency. Deflect items, defense, and such. But the fact that this game has a couple of items that make you lose items, something that Mario Kart doesn't have other than the Boo. Boo is the only item that does that. Well, more like steals. But yeah. You gotta... Excuse me, no wait, no, the Thunder steals items. Makes you lose an item. But yeah, you gotta kind of strategically think about what items to keep, which ones to use. Or if you know, if you see King Boom Boo and other kind of items that make you lose an item. Yeah. I just saw a gadget as well in the ranks where you can swap an item. Okay, then I guess that's a thing. You can actually swap out an item. It's kind of like the same strategy when you have a coin and a defensive item in Mario Kart. You don't want to use the coin immediately if you're in first place, because then you can just wait until somebody steals it from you. And then whoever has that Boo item will be like, wait, what? I got a coin? Yeah, that's right. What, you were expecting a triple red shell? Nah. Although here in this game, as far as I can see, there are no item stealing. An item that steals another player's item, you just lose them. So strategize, make sure whatever item you have. I guess in this point, just use it before you lose it. Or if you know you have like the shield as your secondary item, then just lose the first item. I'm already thinking all these strategic ideas what you can do, unless you just do it on impulse. And the fact that there's a gadget that lets you carry 3 items, that's crazy. Let's go to the hotspot. For a second there, I thought oh, never mind. We are going inside of a dragon's mouth. It's just like that course from Mario Kart. Literally, look. I mean, yeah, typically because dragons can have curves. Oh shit, but now there's fire hazards everywhere. I couldn't see that. I couldn't do anything about it. Oh wait, no, it's a phoenix. What? Hey, you had no warnings for me, birdie. Where is everybody? Aha! Oh shit, here's another. No, I got no defensive item. Oh well. I wonder if the magnet can deflect the item. Deflect an item. Oh no! My slipstream didn't kick in, but oh well. Eggman brother! Yeah, and I think I'll say what everybody is saying. And it was already predictable. I even said it when she was in the game. Sage being in a Sonic party game. Yeah, of course. Not that I'm saying it's a bad thing or troublesome. No, I'm just saying the obvious. What everybody said too. And it's good that she's relevant. Even if it's just a Sonic multiplayer game, but Yeah. So this should mean that she should be in the main lines, right? Although, how do you think that's gonna be, like... We've seen what Sage is capable of. Hmm.
Good.
Hello, everyone. Okay.
Do it.
Hello.
Like, how are they gonna incorporate Eggman now that he has a artificial daughter? Hmm. Because you know how there's like a striking balance when you have a villain and they're usually their henchmen's assistants are a bunch of goofballs. In this case, Eggman he's the leader genius, the guy who should take things seriously. Whereas, how do you balance that? You have Orbot and Cubot, a dynamic duo that are like comedy relief. So then, where does Sage come in? Or where does oh Jesus, where does she label? What is she labeled as? Ah, that was bad. My ass. Oh no! Alright, leader, where are we going? Oh! Laser! Oh shoot, too soon. Where's the first leader? Where are you? Oh no! Oh, Agent of Chaos. Literally. Oh no! Oh wait, no, that's not. Oh no! Oh no! My ass! That's a weird collision.
You stand him on the
Is that an
genius.
online thing? It's a good thing you're earning tickets also while you're playing online.
Of course.
No matter the meta, no matter what, I will, in the full game, I am going to play as Hatsune Miku. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Metal Gear. I saw plenty of gameplays. And some reviews from actual gamers who play the game enough. Because, yeah, you know, you can't trust journalists these days. Yeah, it's pretty solid remake. Although, unless you're playing on PC, have fun trying to adjust graphics and toggle this and that, adjust so many things. Other than that, it's very faithful to the original. Heck, they even credited Hideo Kojima. And if you remember, back then, Konami usually had a beef with him. But no, this is Konami that actually acknowledges and, you know, still credits the man who, you know, pretty much established the franchise and gave them that. So hey, at least it shows that there's still some folks within Konami that still respects, oh god, what the heck? That respects the man. Other than that though, anyways, gameplay, it looks promising. But I would rather still stick to, I'll still wait it out and just get the Silent Hill. And then eventually I'll get the, whatchamacallit, Metal Gear. And it'll be my first Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid, that is. Good thing it does have modern controls that plays like a third-person shooter, kind of like RE4. But if you want to play just like how it was in the original, there is the legacy controls. So, you know, that's a big surplus. And that's what games should have. Options to play in the original state or modern controls. Just like fighting games. But at least in fighting, in single-player games that have optional controls, nobody's gonna judge you. Unlike in fighting games, you know, like Street Fighter, they'll be like, "Stop using modern controls, noob." Oh, you can take the boat. Oh, no. Why? I don't get why I'm doing that. I'm like drifting and then I go inwards. Like really sharply. Taking them sharp turns. Dang it. No. Oh well. This is why I hate desert levels. The scenery just, what? Second? I swear I was in third. Sega, fix your rollback netcode. Cause I swear I was in third. You saw that. It's in the VOD. Snake, what have you done? You changed the future. You've created a time paradox. Ocelot is dead. How to save the Metal Gear, the world of Metal Gear Solid? Well, if Naked Snake killed Ocelot back then, and then yeah, that's it. That's the Metal Gear series. Because without Ocelot, that's it. Nope, no Guns of the Patriots. No what's his name? Solidus Snake. No Solid Snake either. Oh, whoops! I forgot to choose a course. Sorry. You know, every time I keep looking at this stage, it kind of reminds me of that subway level from Mario Kart. Are we sure that Sonic Team are not fans of Mario Kart 8? Okay, it's not really a copy. All these settings, race courses are all common locations. Oh shoot, that was my bad. How is Amy overweighting Eggman? Impossible! Oh hey, the tornado. Wait, hang on. Why did Tails put the tornado on Museum? Whee! Let's go to a random. Wait, hang on. I was like, where's Amy? Aha! I didn't need to look back. That was a wild... Oh wait, no, what? I hit the Amy player, but he didn't take a hit! Amy still is overweight. Are you kidding me? What are you trying to say, Sega? Is she fat? Rude. Drill. Oh shoot. Dinosaur! Oh.
Slipstream optimized. Go.
Lasers! Overweight. Oh yeah, I saw that. Shadow took the hit, but didn't slow down. Oh, really?
Have this one.
Is that pretty common with other racing games? I wonder how that happens. Why that happens in online racing games. Ah, excuse me.
A true genius wouldn't settle for this.
Aura. Wind. One of these days, it'll be wild if Mario Kart and Sonic Racing collaborated. And by collab, I mean not like exchanging characters. I mean like literally make a game of both. So we can finally get over the Mario Sonic Olympic Games and make an official Mario Sonic game without any license issues. Again, like the Olympics. Although I wouldn't call it a license issue. It's just that the Mario and Sonic games are actually a product of the Olympics.
Come on.
Don't believe me? Hey, look at, if you have a copy, you might see a little label that says an official product.
Do it.
And you know, it's after the Tokyo Olympics, Sega didn't bother, or I guess I don't know who's responsible for the Olympic Games video game adaptations. I guess they didn't commission Sega to make another. So I think it should be safe to say the Tokyo one is like the last one. Although I wouldn't be surprised if the next Summer Olympics, when I don't know what that year. What? Dang it. Oh well. If the next Summer Olympics actually has another Mario and Sonic. Although I will say, if there is another, Sega should take that moment to go back to bringing. They should bring back the Dream courses. The previous game, the Tokyo one, only had like 3. In fact, if you kind of think about it, if you look back on all of the Olympic games, the number of Dream courses were like decreasing with every entry. I mean, dude, there was even I think it was the Rio Olympics, where I forgot what sport it was supposed to be in terms of the variation, but it's like you and your team are on a floating platform, and
Salutations.
you're basically collecting points, and then right before the finish line, you have to take on a boss fight against that giant blooper from Mario Sunshine. And if you succeed, you earn points. If you don't, then like everybody gets knocked out. I think you the points are deducted. It actually felt like an actual boss fight too. Plus the fact that Sega made a music variation of the Mario Sunshine boss theme. I hope the gun forces don't shoot Eggman down. Uh-oh, stay away from the bomb. I wonder if when the giant red ring is like floating on top of you, I wonder if you can cause collateral damage. Oh shoot, somebody had a medal. Uh-oh. What is it? Oh, the frenzy is a bunch of boost rings. Ah, I was getting ready for the the drifts. No! I was gonna turn. Give me rings, Amo Chao, please. Oh no! Oh. Uh-oh. Sorry, from one Eggman bro to another. There can only be one. It could be you or me. Oh, come on. They don't even give you any invincibility time after you take a hit. I'm not even in first! Or is that goop thing like affects everybody? Woo! Who threw that bomb? Okay, since the online is a bit inconsistent, where who got first, who got second, third. Either way, I'm calling it bull anyways. Okay, I'll take second. If I was in first, I'm calling bull.
Of course.
Now you get tickets, no more gadgets. Or unless there's gadgets after tickets. Whee! Oh, I can smell the evening air outside. My window is open. Sometimes I love that smell. It's better than the summer. Summer evening smell is meh. Unless someone's grilling a barbecue, sure. Something about spring, fall, and winter evening air is just has like some kind of odor that I love. Alright, where are we going? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Ah, okay. It's a nice detail that almost every character has a line whenever one takes a hit and the other responds. And one of them I noticed that Cream addresses Sonic as Mr. Sonic, as she always does, but she doesn't call Shadow as Mr. What's up with that? Does she not show any respect to Shadow at all? Oh no, oh no. No! Why you touch me? Oh well. Oh, boost. Other way, other way. What? I was drifting inwards. Oh no. Oh my god. wonder how this game performs on Switch too. Hopefully it's the same as this. I'm playing on the Series S of all things. No! Wait, nothing happened. I saw the red ring. What happened?
You stand among a genius.
Third? I swear I was like either fifth or fourth.
Of course.
The level of the inconsistency of the who reached the finish line in this game is really showing. I hope they improve and fix that. At least with Mario Kart, I'd say 90% it's kind of like consistent. Here, it's kind of like it's like Uma Musume horse racing. It's neck to neck, but you need to have a photo finish to tell to tell who got first and second or third if it was like 3 racers right at the finish line. Here, I don't know what's judging what the system is working with. Uh-oh. We got a B minus. Well, you better live up to your rank, sir. I believe in you. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. You now stand amongst the crowd. Like the horse. Oguri Cap. You're standing above the rest. You stand out in the limelight. So impress us. Why is the camera so low? Oh, that reminds me. There's some weird options in the settings in the option, whatever, where you could adjust a speed sensitivity, which I think was speed sensitivity, which I'm really confused why a racing game even has that. Ha 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 ha! The big one. Oh yeah, and so is that one. That one's bigger than what I had earlier. I would have taken that shortcut of a sort. Having the boosters right at the near the finish line just feels so nerve-wracking because you have to rely on catch every single boost if you want to somehow outbeat the person in front of you. B player with a B- rank. How could you?
Of course.
As your rank, yeah. I mean, it's just like it's like any other ranking games. Yeah, of course. As you rank up, you compete with players of the same rank as you build your way up. Anyways, hold on. How do I go back? Oh, dang it. I wanted to go back to the menu. Fine. It said hold B. That's what I did. But it stopped.
Hello, everyone.
Hey guys.
Oh boy. Let's see. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 players with the aura on.
Nice.
No, 7.
Okay.
Salutations.
I am doomed.
Hey guys. Come on.
Judging by the multiple title cards, I'm gonna believe that these are serious racers. Good. Show me that aura farming. They're aura farming. That's right. They're gonna show me how it is. Good. Show me. Show me the power of the Chaos Emeralds. Ice. Pretty interesting, pretty cool idea that the first player in the first place gets to decide what course everybody will go through. Oh god. Oh goodness. No matter what the item notification pop-up says, I'm not gonna believe it. Because it really doesn't matter whether they get hit or not, because I feel like, yeah, you know, the online isn't really consistent. Armor Chow! What am I gonna do with Armor Chow? Oh no! Oh shit, yeah, I saw that. Uh-oh, I got no item. It's over. Ah! Oh well. At least I'm not last. I knew it. I knew as soon as I was like ahead of the pack, at the last lap, they were gonna deliver. Although to be fair, yeah, I couldn't get an item. I was a little greedy trying to get the double item in the middle during that water section. Should have gone. That's like another thing, just like in Mario Kart. When you're in the pack, in the herd, you might as well just go pick up the item box where players are least collecting. The area where you least expect them to get in. Oh, steering sensitivity. Why is that a thing? Does that adjust? I don't want to toy with it, but is that supposed to like adjust how much you want to push the stick left and right? It's as questionable as having a speed sensitivity control in Sonic Frontiers. Like, shouldn't you want to go fast? Why would you choose to go slow when you use the boost? What kind of Sonic game has a setting to adjust your speed? Especially when it's open world. I don't know. That's my guess, based on that self-explanatory name. Steer sensitivity. If I have to take a guess, I think it's just so that you're not breaking your stick. Like, you know how it is in Mario Kart, you know, when you're like drifting and you want to go to the inwards, right? But you're like pushing the stick so hard. But it doesn't really matter how hard you push it. You're still going at how the game is built, you know? Is that what that is? Is that what the steer sensitivity is? For this game, maybe? So if you put it like low, wouldn't that mean that's the opposite? You're making it less sensitive, so you actually have to push the stick forward. And then if you put it high, one little tilt will make you turn. Is that what it goes? Is that what they're implying? Maybe. I mean, just like in first-person shooters, sensitivity low, push the stick all the way to the end, and you're moving slow or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. All these Sonic Forces characters, they're the survivors who survived survived the war. And now they're living a happy life watching Sonic and Friends and Eggman, the one who terrorized them, race. Yeah. Hey, it's Dr. Eggman who terrorized us with the Phantom Ruby, but I think it's all okay because he's racing. Onyo, where are we going, boss? Oh, every time. What is going on with that loop curve? Ah. Oh, the vacuum, the void wisp also absorbs items? 'Cause that's kind of what it looks like. It's trying to eat whatever incoming items. Meow. Gun troops, don't shoot me. Whoa! I got so little rings. That's not good. Don't dodge me!
I'll let you have this one.
I have enough tickets to now get an aura, but no thank you. Excuse me. All right. Yeah. I should get used to like the newer courses. But this won't prepare you for the rest of the other Grand Prix. And hopefully this time around this game gets like DLC, because none of the other Sonic racing games ever had DLC, right? All-Stars, I want to say All-Stars Transform had one at least, right? Or they were just like free updates to character additions, I don't know. Team Sonic Racing for sure I know did not have any. This has been a fun racing game. Yeah, and it says a lot when you see here in the open beta, you're finding matches one after another really quickly. I would say never underestimate the Sonic fan base, because they would chew up any Sonic game. Mainline, spin-offs. But here, yeah, totally. Totally made for fun. You can see the level of detail and love, passion to make a fun racing game. Plus, you know, Sonic Team didn't need to go further and beyond to compete with something like Mario Kart. They just did their own thing. Oh shoot, I should have thrown that out. Now half of my ass is gone. At the very least, I can safely say, like I mentioned before, at least there's an item description, and I can finally feel like, you know, there is a good difference, striking difference, with how the items are played out than how it was in Transformed or Team Sonic Racing. Wow! And Hatsune Miku and SpongeBob. Mario will never get his hands on them. No. Hey, I'm walking here. Ah, shoot. I got like no rings, man. No, how dare you! And the dinosaur blocked the attack. Whoa, 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 hello, what the heck happened there? Hoy.
Unacceptable.
Oh, don't be such a crybaby, Eggman. More characters to each random race. Yeah. I mean, the fact that Team Sonic Racing was what they called a pseudo-sequel. It was like a step back after All-Star Transformed. Because the fact that they only... that game only focused on Sonic characters. Yeah, there was not much variety. Plus, in terms of gameplay, because of the namesake and what the premise that they were going for, the focus of the game was about teamwork. Yeah, it was like, it worked, and it was fun on some levels. But I think a lot of people have already said what it's already been pretty much obvious. That, like I said, it was like a step down, a step back of what Transform had accomplished. It's like if you took if Mario Kart World took away water and air terrain after Mario Kart 8, then how would that feel? It would feel just like classic Mario Kart, but that's it. Nothing extra, nothing that says wow. So at least here in this game, they took note and thought, yeah, you know what? Sure, we'll still keep throwing Sonic characters because, you know, it's still Sonic racing. But sure, let's add in some flair. Let's add in, like, let's bring back the hoverboards. Let's make sure we have item varieties. That isn't just Wisp abilities. No team play, unless that's going to be an optional thing. You know, like Mario Kart has team racing, and it still does in World. But, you know, again, Team Sonic Racing, that was the main focus. I played Team Sonic Racing without the teams, and it just felt stale. Like, not much chaos is happening. And yeah, bring in some guest characters. And of course, it worked. Look at the marketing. Having Hatsune Miku and Joker as the first. And then suddenly it's like, oh look, SpongeBob. Now we're talking. And that's pretty much, I mean, that's just one way of how Sega wants to market the heck out of this game. Not to say that SpongeBob alone is gonna sell it, no. I mean, if you're already playing the open network, it's already enough to convince you otherwise. Like, it's the gameplay. It's let's go this way. It's the idea that you get to, between laps, just like in Team Sonic Racing, you get to explore a different course. Something that Team Sonic Racing, again, did not do. It was a step back. So, yeah, they want to go back doing crazy stuff with this game. And yeah, good on Sega. And I didn't mention this, but... Ah, shoot. Oh no! I didn't mention it, but I already know. Everybody knows now. Yeah, Sumo Digital is not the one making this. Which, yeah, I forgot on day one. I was like, oh yeah, right. It's Team Sonic that's making this game. But they still credit where it's due, though. Sumo Digital set the foundation for this game, for the Sonic Racing game, and basically Sonic Team just took what was established and decided to improve on that. Oh no! Oh shoot, no, I should have kept that speed! Abo Chow, save me! Oh, vacuum! Yeah, see, this is why I should have kept that Wisp. So I could cut through that shortcut.
Accelerator.
Oh well, that was my mistake.
Of course.
And yeah, that's why I hope that this game gets the DLC support that it deserves. Because if all the other racing games couldn't get it, I mean, obviously seeing Team Sonic Racing, you know, when you kind of think about it as an afterthought, yeah, that game wasn't going to get any DLC. Even if they added in new courses, it still wouldn't really get people to come back and play more. And again, it's been said many times, even when Team Sonic Racing was around, people just went back to Transforms because the game had variety. Not just in characters, but, you know, it did something that Team Sonic Racing was lacking in. But I think it was the variety that's what set the bar high. Because wasn't Team Sonic Racing just, you only had carts, no boats, no planes?
Agreed. Very well. Oh. Sup?
Excuse me. Where are we? Metal Harbor. I like how they still kept the R from Sonic R. It would have been funny if they had like another variation besides the cars and the hoverboard. Imagine racing on foot. Which is something that Sonic R was, which was the whole racing, just race on foot. And imagine that they would bring back the Tails doll. I mean, hey, the Tails doll can fly over water, fly in air, and race on the ground, so wouldn't that be interesting? Whee! Hey, you made me miss an item laser. This is why we don't trust the Wisp anymore. Where are we going, boss? I didn't know you were a fan of the museum, Shadow. You came to see some prehistoric stuff? Now that I think about it, the big bomb kind of gets in the way of the visual. Ow, you monster! Oh, whoops. Oh, I should have saved that, right here, the bomb to roll it down. You're taking all the rings! Don't touch me. Oh, wait. No, I was trying to get the double item. Oh shoot, there was one more boost. No, Shadow, don't touch me. I thought that was the last one.
I'll let you have this one.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned car, Shadow. You are an artifact, like the museum.
Of course.
Why does it do that? That's like twice now. Despite all the roasting I've done against Hota Studios, I'm still willing to try out their next game, which they still have no release date despite being able to wishlist the game. But let's see if they've taken... Maybe the reason why there's no release date is because they probably got all the feedback from their closed beta. And pretty much most of the backlash... I mean, aside of the gameplay, which is pretty common, the one thing that Hota failed to do was try to establish their newest game to be something original. Because I swear they just took notes from all the other gacha games of today, Wuthering Waves and ZZZ. They thought they could basically copy and paste it and, you know, assume that it'll just work. And what's funny is that the so-called fans community are pointing them out, saying, "You're just copy and pasting, dude.
Nice.
This is a poor man excuse. What kind of, you have to, if you're gonna make a game that's supposed to compete with all the other juggernauts out there, you're supposed to be original at least." I mean, sure, Wuthering Waves is more or less like Genshin, but it's Genshin, but more, and, you know, like the phase of Genshin could walk so that Wuthering Waves can run. And that's something that Hota Studios fails to do. Do I pity them? Yes, because you need competition. They need competition. A healthy one, at least. Not toxic. So that way, you know, we the consumers can get good and better games. Why do you think back in the day, we had good Battlefield games and good Call of Duty games? Because both EA and Activision were like bonking heads trying to establish who would be the juggernaut of the modern FPS games. And then, of course, when you have... Oh, whoops. And then, of course, when you have two heads knocking each other, somebody will come in between. And that something was Fortnite. Even though, yes, Fortnite is a third-person shooter. And it was a battle royale. But, you know, the point kind of stands. It's like, there has to be a shooter that comes in between in the competition. But going back to COD and Battlefield, now it's not even a competition. Now the winning side is favoring Battlefield. Because, man, if the pre-orders of Call of Duty Black Ops 7 says anything, yeah, nothing about Black Ops 7 says original. It's literally the same game you played. And the story is just meh. And then, of course, I don't think anybody would expect anything different with the multiplayer. Same running around map, playing team deathmatch, domination, hardpoint, whatever. Or if you don't want that, just go back to Warzone. And Battlefield, it's still doing the same thing, yes, but there's a reason why people are not tired of it. Because it's been 3-4 years since Battlefield 2042, right? And when was the last Call of Duty? Oh, let me see my calendar. About a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm already, yeah, I'm bored of Call of Duty. I want to play something else. And still, somehow, the higher-ups at Activision, how dare you host? And yet, somehow, Activision still can't figure that out. And no, Microsoft has nothing to do with it. Microsoft is just there to retweet, repost on Twitter anything Call of Duty related. And when you and actually, speaking of time spans, look at this game. Ever since Team Sonic Racing, look what the Sonic team managed to establish here. What they managed to produce here. If this game came out 1 year after Team Sonic, Team Sonic Racing, I assure you, people would still buy it, but they'll see not that many changes. Because a 1 year span game is not going to be enough to satisfy the masses. Just like Nintendo games as well. I mean, aside of Mario Party back in the day, but why do you think games like Donkey Kong, Bonanza, and even Mario Kart World and the Zelda games, you know, they get all the love? Because they take a long time to develop. There's like enough time span between the successor to the predecessor. Silk Song is a different case because, you know, that game was made by 3 people, okay? You gotta cut them some slack. But it's still kind of, the sentiments kind of remains true. You develop games and make them video games, you know, polish, make sure there's high quality, make sure the quality is there. And before you know it, all your hard work will pay off. Although that really depends on how said game is developed. I mean, just look at Assassin's Creed Shadows. They got everybody, 200 people from Ubisoft, and it's just bleh. Anyways, race. I have no idea why in this course specifically. Can I go on the dirt? Maybe I can. Maybe it's like the giant mushroom item where you can just go on the dirt course, no problem. It won't affect your speed. I'll go on the boat. I'm not dealing with that awkward curve. I don't know if that's a bug or something. I'm hoping it's not a bug. What? That Caterkiller should have been knocked down. And I had the Speed Wisp.
Finish!
Oh well.
Unacceptable.
Yeah, I agree for once, Eggman. Unacceptable. That's Vortex item should have demolished that Caterkiller. Oh well, at least I got C. What is it? No, just regular C. Alright, one more race. And then I guess I'll call it a night. Oh yeah. The thing that the thing about I was gonna mention about Silent Hill F. Apparently, the game's gonna have a weapon degradation system, which at first I was kind of like mixed on it, but then I thought about how Silent Hill 2 Remake felt a little too overpowered. So, you know what? I welcome it. It does give off the survival horror instinct there. You either choose to run from the enemy or fight if you can, you know, pick your battles. Otherwise, imagine trying to take on a big boy, which Silent Hill F does have, big monsters, and your weapon just breaks. Then yeah, you better run for your life. People are already digging the data mine. Of course. That's like one of the, I want to say the risky thing about game developers releasing betas is that people, when they have plenty of spare time, I know they do, they'll definitely do some digging and yeah, data mining to find out what kind of character stages are in the game. Because no matter what year we're in, no matter what decade, century, game developers unintentionally leave out like files in the game. Whether it's alpha or beta builds, and then it's like, whoops, there is a leak here, or here's a reveal. But it can't be helped, you know. Because, you know, the beta is part of the full game. Just, you know, not in full. It's like if somebody was baking you cookies, but they only give you half, so you only get a half portion, but you understand what the ingredient is, how it's made. And no matter how many chocolate chips you consume, you know it's still going to be a chocolate chip cookie. Yes, I'm using food analogy. At least it's easier that way. Whee! Oh, definitely. I'm gonna, when the full game comes out, I'm gonna keep this as my main gadget. I like pulling off tricks at such speed. What the heck? Cream cannot push Eggman. That is impossible. Other way, other way. So beware of spoilers, as one would say. The data miners just can't keep their hands to themselves. They want to be the YouTuber that, you know, what's the word? clickbait everybody for the views. I'll take third. At least I think that was third. The game's coming out next month, near the end of September. I mean, yeah, fair enough. Data mine, leaks, whatnot. We don't have to wait too long to get the full game in our hands soon. B minus player and you still couldn't even get top 3. I am disappointed. Anyways. That will be it for tonight. But let's see. There was like some little more yapping. Oh yeah, right. Tomorrow is gonna be the festival thing. That's gonna be... Excuse me. Now that I got to experience online firsthand, yeah, I'm ready for more. Gonna see what that's all about. If the what's his name Joker becomes playable, I expect everybody online is just gonna jump the Joker wagon, right? Although it's funny how here in the beta they have these the rest of the roster as locked. Is it safe for me to assume that the ones that are currently shown as locked here are gonna be unlocked through Grand Prix? Or are they gonna be unlocked when the full game comes out and this is just a tease? Because imagine starting off with only this many characters at the start. Not to say it's a problem. I mean, come on, Smash started only with 8 and you have to work your way up to 74. Which sounds like a lot of work, but no, think about it. You're doing what this game was built to do. Racing. Go through Grand Prix. Play online. It's what you're going to be doing, and eventually you'll just unlock everything. The rest are post. Okay. And I'm guessing Yeah, I can kind of see it. Although I'm kind of wondering what... I'm assuming the ones with that has the green green palettes are like the DLC characters. And the ones in blue are ones you can unlock in-game. And I'm guessing Supersonic is the yellow one on the bottom. Not sure who the orange one is. It could be this guy. That what's his name? Donpa. I think. I don't know. But then who's the pink? The 3 pink. I wonder. Oh boy, but I kind of wonder what the heck this race park is. Recommended for what? Multiplayer? Oh, okay, never mind. It's a multiplayer thing. So at the end of the day, it's for solos. It's a time trial and Grand Prix and online. I wonder how OP Supersonic will be. Like what? Invincible through every item. I guess I could imagine Supersonic not being playable in multiplayer. Or like online, which makes sense. That's like asking to have a God mode cheat on a multiplayer game. Or, better yet, what can be most relatable is hackers. Yeah, nobody likes them. Let's just hope that we don't see too many of those in this game. Anywho, let's see. Let's see. Is there anything... Any shoutouts to be made? What day is it today? Today's Saturday. Yeah, no, definitely not gonna stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be busy. Plus, it's a Sunday, so I don't always stream unless I do like a gorilla. But yeah, I guarantee tomorrow I won't have time. Not sure about Monday either, because Monday is a holiday. But yeah, speaking of Monday, gonna miss Joker? No, I'll have time to play that. It's just I won't be able to stream that. I'll play. You just won't be able to see it. Don't worry. Like you said, at least we only have to wait until the game comes out at the end of September, so it's fine. Plus, it's just one character. I'm sure the real deal is when the full game comes out and you're gonna see me, Hatsune Miku main, jump in. Then, some folks out there, they could main SpongeBob all they want. But I, and some others of course, it's not just me, we Hatsune Miku fans will stand by her. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Monday, once again, quick reminder, Monday is it's a Hoyoverse reset. So games like Genshin and ZZZ, their in-game store will reset the shop. So make sure you have some, Stardust glitters and all that sort. Make use of them if you have enough. And speaking of Genshin, we only have about a week, roughly a week, until 6.0. And if you've seen the latest trailer or the special program, yeah, there was a lot to absorb. I still could not process everything in my head. I'm like, now I'm at a point where I'm like, is this? Are we sure we're going to the final region, or is this the region before that? I don't know. And another thing that confused me was one of the harbingers is not a harbinger. Like if you recall of a character, or if you've seen the special program, the young lady who has like the funny eye blindfold, what's her name, Columbina. Yeah, I thought she was a harbinger because she was there along with all the rest mourning the death of Signora. But when I was watching that special program, you may have noticed that there is a statue monument of her from the Statue of the Seven. Like, those statues where you see in each region, there's like a statue of the previous Archon. Yeah. That same statue that heals you or that allows a traveler to switch the element. The statue has her on it. So she would be considered... all those statues are labeled as previous Archons. So... And most of and all 6 of them have already passed away. But Columbina is still alive. But yet they still have a statue of her. So is she a former? Is there a new Archon and she's just, you know, retired? Heck, if you saw the 5th anniversary postcard of Genshin where all the current Archons are gathering, she's there. Columbina is also in the background. Yet none of the Archons, as of now, have any dialogue voice lines talking about her. So I'm kind of confused. Like, she's the previous Archon, and she has a statue of herself. So we are going to the final region? Is there a new Archon? I'm confused. But what is certain is that we'll be hitting to the heart of the Fatu's headquarters. And yeah, if you saw the trailer, it's basically their headquarters is like a machine factory where you can see all, not only just the variety of troops that they'll have, but they have everything. Tanks, mechs, well, just machine of destruction. And it looks like it may, this is just a prediction, but I think we're going to war, or they're gonna declare war. The Fatus, I mean, the fact that their factory has mechs, machines, and I think even tanks or something like that, or a mix. It's like a mech that's like a shape of a tank or something, or the other way around. I don't know. Yeah. And what's fun, and just like the usual Genshin trailer, you know, it starts off, the first half of the trailer starts off like bright, colorful. You get to see the many variety of characters, cheerful, and then the other half is where it gets serious. So I will say, I am looking forward to it, yes, and we only have to wait a week until then. And I haven't even started, I gotta do the main story. Shouldn't take too long though. But yeah, I gotta do that. I was just taking my time grinding, okay? I almost got at least like 3 characters left to level up their artifacts. And I can't believe it. After 5 years, I'm almost done. Only for more artifacts to grind when the newer characters come out. And speaking of newer characters, it's safe to say, because they already revealed it, there's gonna be a new 4-star character. If you remember the newest character as of now, the robot maid, we're gonna see her, I guess, caretaker or creator. I don't know what she is currently. She's a 4-star, and I don't know what weapon she wields, but yeah, we have a new 4-star, and then 2 new 5-stars. I mean, then again, that trailer pretty much shows you like a lot of characters, but the ones that we know so far based on the special program, yeah, there's 1 new 4-star and then 2 5-stars. One is a dear lady. At least I'm gonna call her that. I don't remember her name. Luna, I think that was her name. I thought she was gonna be an animal, but she's a dendro. And the other 5-star is a male, a husbando who looks freaking edgelordy. Like if you remember that guy from Natsland, the guy who has like the dark hoodie, he kind of looks like that. The new character kind of looks like that, but you know, more goth-like. And he has a giant. He carries around some kind of fire lantern, and if I recall, I think his main weapon is a spear. So hey, it's good to see some new husbandos, new males after. I don't remember the last one. Actually, no, the last male character we got was a 4-star. The what do you call those people? Veterinarian guy from Natsland, Ifa, and his talking bird. Yeah. Oh, and I think in case you need a slight reminder, if you do you remember how everybody in Mondstadt, the knights specifically, mentioned their grandmaster Varka? Well, first off, Jean is not the grandmaster; she's acting grandmaster. But guess what? We're gonna meet the grandmaster finally. Yeah, not in Mondstadt. He's been chilling somewhere else. And I thought he was gonna look like an old man, but no, he looks like a young man. He's like a young blonde man with big armor and that 5-star sword that I have, the one that's red, that's apparently his signature weapon. I thought that was Diluc's. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna meet him. We're gonna finally meet the Grandmaster of Mondstadt's Knights. We're gonna find out what he's been up to and why he hasn't come back yet. Hopefully this is just another prediction. Just like based on his appearance, now my expectations of his character has kind of like altered. Yeah, it has changed my mind. I feel like, despite how a lot of people in Mondstadt praise him because they know him well, what if he has a personal agenda of his own? What if he turns his back against everybody in Mondstadt? Because that's the kind of vibe I'm getting out of him. I'm hoping that's not the case though. Because if all the knights look up, idolize him, imagine the reaction people would get if he ever did betray them. And how do you think even Jean would feel, since she's been taking his place for 5 years or more? All that paperwork, all that knightlyhood work, only to get backstabbed by the man that they idolized. Well, you know what they say, what goes around comes around. I'm sure the Traveler would do something about it. But if that's not the case and he's, all good, then hey, that's fine. He'll have our back. And yeah, of course he'll be a 5-star. Just not sure. Maybe he'll be Animo, considering, Mondstadt's main element is wind. But he will not be for me. I'm out here collecting waifus, so I'll just watch from other YouTubers out there, see his gameplay. And no matter how hard they're gonna try to wow me, I'll save my Primo Gems for the ones that really matter to me. Yeah, that's gonna be absolute cinema. Yeah. I mean, Genshin's story has been known to twist your expectations. Sometimes, lately though, it does feel kind of predictable what's gonna happen. But even when you kind of know what's gonna happen, you still kind of sit there and still be wowed regardless. Although, yes, I know, it's not one-sided. Of course, there are some Genshin fans that feel like the story isn't well established. Which, again, I'm not going to argue with that. That's their opinion. No need to force people to like something that you like, Don't even bother wasting time, your breath on those. Anyways, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Also, Dory is there. The pink-haired merchant from Sumeru. Apparently, she set up shop in the new region. Or apparently that's her main shop? Yeah, it turns out she's not... Oops. She's not from... she doesn't have a main shop in Sumeru. She lives in the new region. Or at least the marketplace of where it is. Huh. Well, at least it's good to see some familiar faces, As for that robot maid, she will be your guide, since she was left... I guess, based on the character trailer, she was, drifted off there by accident. And I don't know, I haven't played the latest story, so... But I can easily predict, at the end, she's going to, say... I will take you to the new place. I will be your guidance there, since I was created there and know the people, know the place. Although I kind of wonder where on the map that's going to be located. And don't forget the key plot right now, as of now, the Harbingers still need one more Genosis. And the last Genosis is still in the hands of the Pyro Archon Mavica. Because remember, who is it? The captain. That was kind of his main goal when he arrived, but then he just diverted his attention to protecting the people of Natlan. And then basically, yeah, he sacrificed himself because man he fought for the people of Natlan against the Abyss. So he wasn't like straight up all villain. Heck, the Fatus actually helped, despite, you know, all the things that the Traveler has done. It's like, yeah, that's not, you know, that's not the issue. That's not the main problem. The main problem is the Abyss Order, because the Abyss is the biggest threat to everybody. It's like the Flood. Think of it like that. At least if the Covenant was competent. Only the elites, though. Anyways, so yeah, at the end of that arc in Natlan, yeah, they didn't obtain the Harbingers didn't obtain the Genosis from Mavica. So that leaves the question. I mean, they also kind of like hint that they're kind of like, not hints, but you know, they're like saying they're expecting that the Harbingers will send another to negotiate. Or worst case scenario, they'll just try to take it by force. Which in this case, that means Mavica is gonna have to fight one of the Harbingers like she did with the captain at first. But unlike the captain, the Harbingers, you know, they don't have a personal thing with Natlan. They just want one thing and one thing only. The Genosis, and then I don't know what they're gonna do with it. The Genosis are, it's interesting how the Genosis are, they're just chess pieces. So I kind of wonder what exactly does the Cryo Archon gonna do with them. She's collecting the Genosis like she's Thanos collecting the Infinity Stones. So it's not like, so if the pieces are together, do they fit on a chessboard? Because you know how like the Infinity Stones are fitted on a gauntlet. That'll be funny if that were the case. It's like, okay, you got all the Genosis, but what do you need to? How do you make them work? You need a chess piece. I mean, a chessboard. Where do you get the chessboard from then? It'll be funny though if the chessboard, if it is a chessboard, is up in the final area, the floating island up there, Celestia. But really, how is that gonna work out, considering that we have to take on the Fatus headquarters? It's gonna be an interesting story to establish that. And yeah, remember, the Abyss is still the greatest enemy to everybody. And the Traveler, whether it's the brother or sister you're playing as, you know, they have their own story to deal with. It's not over. You got multiple perspective stories here and there. You got the Archon, you got the Traveler's quest. So, it's like, oh man, I'm sure they're gonna somehow collide. It's a 5-year progress. They're gonna intertwine. Anyways, what else? see. ZZZ update is next week? Actually, let me see. Honkai, I know their next Phase 2 banner is coming up soon. Oops, that's not it. Oh yeah. Wait, hang on a second. Oh wait, okay. So Genshin's update is next week. ZZZ's update is this week, September 4th, which is a Thursday? Yes, it is. Or unless that date is East Asia date, and for us Eastern, that should be Wednesday. But in case, I'm just gonna safely assume that's gonna be Thursday. I am currently grinding for the upcoming characters for that one. Oh, but it's kind of tough. Like, well, it's only because I was hoping that what's her name, Orphe was gonna be the first banner, but she's in the second. Tough call. But it is what it is. Unless I'm somehow dumb, rotten lucky, then, you know, I could somehow get both, but it's a gotcha. Can't do anything about it. We're going back to Obel Squad, and we're going to see what they're up to. It's the full squad too. We got Soldier 11, Trigger, Orphe, and Seed. I was gonna say Ambi as well, but technically she's not. Even though she's kind of like her Silver Soldier variation is labeled as Obel Squad. So 4.5, 5, 4 or 5, I don't know. Gosh, you gotta love the YouTube thumbnails. Whenever they have a character on the thumbnail and then the title is, "This character is great!" But so, you know, you have to watch the 30 plus minute video to figure out where the butt comes in. But do you really need 30 minutes to find out why the character is good or bad? I mean, yeah, if you want a deep analysis. But me, I like to get hands-on experience. Not to say I would turn my back on these guide videos, no. They're pretty handy. These are people who have real expertise on character data mines and, you know, what disk drives, W engines you need to use. It's not a case of the meta. It's preparing yourself. It's so that you use the character properly. There's a difference. At what point does it become the meta? It's when they suggest what character you should assign, which characters you have to team up with. That's when it becomes the meta. But when it's just the character alone, yeah, it's good enough to get info and some details on what disk drives. Again, what disk drives you need to use to grind for, which main stats you have to aim for, which W engine you have to equip. That's fine. That's something that is a must. As for the team up, well, you can choose if you want to have a easier time or satisfying a moment where you want to dish out big damage. Then yeah, then you have to strictly use specific characters that the community recommends you. Or if you're me, well, you could just assign them to whatever. But most likely, I'll be honest, I mean, I don't even look up the meta. I just I build up a team, a squad that makes sense. At least to me. So much so that I'm sure that a meta player would come to my chat and say, "No, don't use this character. Use someone else." When you see somebody like that, that you know you know what kind of person that player is. They don't want you to use the wrong character. Is it called backseating? Maybe. I mean, it is backseating when they start telling you, do this and do not do that. Or they'll say something like, oh, I saw that one coming. Or you finally take down the boss and they're like, oh, finally you've done it. Geez, I could have done it in like 1 minute. Oh, sure, good for you, I guess, but everybody seems to forget that when it comes to like gacha games, yeah, there's something called pay to win, and yeah, ZZZ Genshin is pay to win. Why do you think characters have constellations? And then, you know, why they make it seem like getting duplicates is such a big deal. And it is, because if you manage to compare a 4-star characters are easy to obtain, but you can compare a 4-star character in Genshin, what they play out when they have no constellation versus the same 4-star with full constellation. Then you start seeing the difference. But you know, with 5 stars, imagine how much money you're gonna have to whale. And yeah, it's literally gacha 101. So don't let any backseaters tell you anything. Because most likely those people have probably spent thousands of dollars in their own pocket just to get their Raiden Shoguns to C6. At least that's my guess. Well, I can't say it's a guess considering that it's true. In the first year of Genshin, people have wailed like crazy. Although, I don't know if that's still a thing today, but, you know, maybe it is, maybe it's not. Maybe the numbers have dwindled down because they probably realize C0 5-star characters with no consolation, no duplicates. You know, they're still pretty good on their own. And that's cheating. It is, but the real winner is, you know, honestly, in my opinion, the real winner is those who don't pay $1,000. But then again, Genshin isn't really, it's not a competitive game. Unless there's an event, you know, like those minigame events where you pit against another player. At least it's not like direct PvP. I mean, when it's like that, then you could easily say that's cheating. Because imagine if Genshin had direct PvP. It's your traveler versus somebody else's, but it's unbalanced. There's no damage scaling because, sure, why not? And imagine what kind of artifacts they establish. That's why they didn't do it. That's why Hoyoverse knew that Genshin would not be suitable to have like a direct PvP. It would be better as a co-op game. And same thing with all the other games like Honkai and ZZZ. Especially ZZZ and Genshin, where, you know, those are definitely the kind of games that could only work as a co-op game. And Tower Fantasy, the so-called Genshin killer, they thought they'd be the cool kid on the street by having PvP. Now, I don't know how that works, I never tried it, but people have admitted in that game has power creeping. And I think I don't need to say the rest. What that means in a PvP environment. For a game where you have to grind your equipment and yeah, nah. Never play a gacha PvP game. I mean, I know Sonic Forces Speed Battle does have that, and Mario Kart Tour. Those are definitely games that are considered as pay to win. Well, okay, before Mario Kart Tour dropped the gacha or the microtransactions, I guess. So don't feel bad if you think your team is bad compared to someone else's. You could just only assume. You can only assume they're just good because they were lucky that their artifacts had like crit damage, crit rate, or their 5-star character has like a they're at a C6 plus a 5-star weapon. Don't forget about 5-star weapons, that's also a thing. And 5-star weapons where you can what's it called? Refine them. Like, you know, when you get a duplicate, you can refine them to improve the weapon's side effects percentage, you know? So yeah, again, don't feel bad about that. So when do you ever have to feel good? Well, just playing through the story and grinding. That's what I did. Yeah, I struggled. I had a hard time. I made mistakes. And I still continue to make mistakes. It's fine, it's normal, because you learn from them and you find out, okay, this build is not working, let me work with something else. Or let me try to make it work by switching teams and whatnot. Or just keep grinding artifacts until you get the right one. It's not a competition. Never take those people seriously when they start comparing your build versus theirs. Yeah, don't. It's not worth it. Again, not worth the time and breath, and it's not a competitive game. It's a cooperative game. Single or cooperative game. Heck, in co-op, you know, there is damage scaling based on how many players are in your world. But even with that, hey, at least someone's gonna carry somebody else. And, you know, the person that's carrying is gonna help the other guy with all the grinding. Because actually that's something you can do in co-op sessions. Like, you can actually invite a player at high adventure rank, and then help you out with like certain world bosses. I imagine that's what a group of friends have done. Like, at least in the open world, you know how like in domains you cannot have like duplicate characters. Same thing with like fighting weekly bosses. Except for the wolf, only in the open world can you have duplicate characters. So imagine a full party of, I don't know, right, maybe 2 Raiden Shoguns, 2 Mavikas. Imagine how crazy that would be. And then yeah, I think the loot is not shared. It's like Destiny 2, where each player, whatever they pick up, has like different stats, different number of loot that they obtain after completing an expedition. So which is good, but the one thing that is not shared is resources, like the open world resources. Like, you know, like you already know, like you've seen in my sessions, whenever somebody tries to come into my world, yeah, don't invite those people, because they're there for one thing, or okay, 2 possible things. One, They're just bored and they're there to just have fun or grieve you. Or two, they'll grieve you by stealing your resources. Because they can do that. When on their world they picked up all of the resources. Because you know some of the resources they take like a day or 2 days max to respawn. But if you want more, you don't want to wait for that time to cool down. Come invade somebody else's world or your friends and be like, hey, I need more of this to ascend my characters. I've seen it happen, okay? Unless they somehow changed that, but I doubt it. But that is a thing. I've seen like people on the Hoyoverse community saying that they've been trying to ascend the character, but they had like their friends come over and take the necessary resources. Ascension Quest can only be done single player because that's like a solo thing. It's like those anime isekais where you have to prove yourself. You alone need to prove that you are worthy of increasing your adventure rank, your ascension. Only those ones I believe you cannot co-op. Otherwise, unless you go to a dungeon and there's like a button that says matchmaking, then maybe they might have changed that. But as far as I know, from my experience, I mean, and yeah, this was like a long time ago again, like Genshin was like 1 year old, one year and a half. Yeah, there was no matchmaking you can do during Ascension Quest. If that's still a thing to this day, then yeah, like I said, that's something that only you need to prove. It's a solo thing. And yeah, I know it's rough, but in a sense, it kind of makes sense because it's like, hey, you think you're ready to take on enemies at level 90 or 100? Yeah, you got to prove it then. Because imagine if you somehow manage to just survive it. Well, then now you're going to have a hard time. But yes, you can revert the world level back by 1 level if you think after ascending you think the current level is too hard. You can go back, and then when you think you're ready, you can go back to your actual world level. But yeah, no. This is why the Ascension Quest is a thing. It's a testament of your hard work. It's like, are you ready to play with the big boys? Well, then prove it. Imagine if they had co-op there, then then there's going to be problems. It'll be like, hey, please carry me. And when the job is done, you're under-leveled. You weren't ready for bosses at level 190 and such. And then, guess what? Now the grinding is going to be hard. Or at least I would say that, but ever since they added in that world level rollback, yeah. I wish that was a thing when I made that mistake, but I struggled. So, hey, at least you had it easy. New players today have it somewhat easy. But even so, if you still think like you want to have the difficulty reduced a little bit, that's an option you could do anytime. But if you want to revert back to your current world level, you have to wait 24 hours after you make that re-roll or rollback. Excuse me. It's a 24-hour cooldown. Anyways, oh yeah, the same thing can be said about story quests. Story, Archon, Traveler quest cannot be done in co-op. I think even the game tells you that, like, when you're in the middle of a story session, or when you're just about to start a story quest, you cannot have anybody in co-op. Sometimes in between, you'll get like a random drop-in invite, but I mean, at those moments, it's where, you know, that means you could freely explore. Somebody can come in, but then when it's like a crucial moment, then it locks all players out. You cannot. Nobody can come in. So, but overall story quests and such, you know, those are single player experiences. Not sure about side quests though. I kind of wonder if side quests can be done in co-op. But then again, most likely you'll just... I think it's single player because... You know how there's like sometimes like dialogue cutscenes? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wouldn't work that way. Like the host has to go through the dialogue while everybody else is like on standby. I don't know how that works. But at the very least, again, the idea of co-op is just so you could take on world bosses together. I think you can... I don't know about solving puzzles and those challenges. Maybe you can help with those? Although it's not like you need co-op to solve the puzzles. Because obviously it can be done in single player. It's all built for single player in mind. But you know, now that I got that just made me realize after 5 years, I wonder if that's a thing you can do. I mean, actually, yeah. I mentioned there was like a hidden achievement in the game where you need to do something in co-op mode. But again, it's a hidden achievement, so they don't tell you. Anyways, holy smokes, I've been like yapping so much for so long. And I've been like scrolling on YouTube and Twitter to see if there's anything else. But nah, I think it's all good. So yeah, like I said, no stream tomorrow. I'm gonna be busy. But I will talk about my experience with the upcoming, whatchamacallit, online festival thing. That's an online thing only, right? I think it is. Also, I need to see how this game performs on the Switch 2. I hope it has like the same performance as this. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, I just remembered, this game has graphics settings, right? Yeah, there's a prioritized performance and the other is probably graphics, I'm guessing. Yeah, FPS resolution for a split screen. Even in 2025, we have that option when we can't have both. Come on, Sega. We could have gotten high resolution with high FPS. Well, at least there's one place you can do that. Yeah, it's called having a gosh darn $1,000 PC gaming. Yeah, $1,000. Sure, the Switch 2 is expensive, but dude, no amount of PC players will tell you that PC gaming is cheap. Nah, it's not. Especially with today's inflation. It's not cheap. Nowhere near as cheap. Anyways, gonna be doing that, and then again, ZZZ's update is on Thursday. Genshin's big update is next week. When next week exactly? I think it's usually a Tuesday. Let me see. I can't believe I've been playing Genshin for 5 flippin' years. Holy smokes. 6.0. Wow, September 10th. Okay. The good, the weird, the greedy. That's gonna be swell. What else? And then this game comes out September 29th, right? Let me see. Sonic Racing Cross World is scheduled for September 22nd. And then on the 29th is Silent Hill F. Oh yeah. And then and then another thing I forgot, on the same day as ZZZ's update, it's the anticipated indie game of the year, Silk Song. You know, all these things of people talking about Hollow Knight, and I'm seeing a lot of people playing either their first time or they're replaying it. Now I kind of want to try Hollow Knight. And you know, ironically, the game's on sale right now on Steam for like $3. Although, if it were me, I'd rather get it on consoles. Like on Switch 2 or something. Us gamers are having a good day today. Aside of the gacha games, we have another Sonic Racing game. We're finally getting Silk frickin' Song. We're getting a fresh new Silent Hill game. It's good. And yeah, last week we have Metal Gear. Yeah, it's all good. There was like another thing I just remember when I was saying all that, and now it's slipping out of my head. Our conquest, new characters. They said something about having... What is this? Huh. This is something that I overlooked, or I don't recall. There's gonna be some sort of, I'm assuming, a limited time feature, excuse me, where you can freely choose a 5-star character of your choice, and there is a big variety. Except to earn it, they call it what's it called? Constellation rewards? No, hold on. Hang on. The Temper Thyself and Journey Far. Some kind of weekly progress, and when you reach the end, you get to obtain the 5-star character of your choice. Yeah, it seems to be a limited time. I can see like some sort of deadline. Okay, well, it's not a Genshin anniversary-ish thing without, doing that. Because they always do that. And what the heck? Masterless Stella formula? Oh. What? Wait, hang on a second. How do you even get that? I think I need to look back on this one because this is something I also did not see. Something that I overlooked again. Apparently there is an item, a constellation that allows you to level up a character to go from to level up to 95 and then to 100. It's called a Masterless Stella Fortuna. How you earn this, I have no idea. But bottom line is that there's now gonna be an official way to level up your character to be at 100. I hope it's not enforced, because that will just be, you know, utterly stupid. Let me read it. Read about it actually. Get a free 5-star Stella Fortuna and increase your character's ascension level. Oh, apparently this this level 100 thing is only exclusive to certain characters. Yeah, but it still doesn't say how you earn it. When a player obtains a 5-star character from a wish that they already own at the maximum constellation, they will receive a... Really? That's how they earn it? Well, the Traveler then will be level 100 for sure. Because the Traveler, you know, they always get a full constellation as you just progress through the story and such. Or level up the Archon statue. But you can't do that with 5-star characters unless their constellations have full. At least that's what it says here. When a player obtains a 5-star character from a wish that they already own at the maximum constellation level, they will receive one Masterless Stella Fortuna. They can be used on either 4 or 5-star characters. No additional EXP or Mora is required. You just need the Stella Fortuna and then that's it. Well, that's a silly idea. Well, at least that's somewhat of a surplus. It's optional, I guess. But the fact that it's only, for now, they only exclude that to only certain characters, that doesn't mean that means like not everybody could be at level 100. Only certain ones. But I'm sure down the road they're gonna establish a way to, they're gonna add more characters to the roster that can also be level 100. Okay. That's gonna be somewhat interesting, but also concerning. Because if the fact that the only way to get that, to increase your character to be, the only way to get a character to be at level 95 and then to 100, their constellation has to be full. Which means 4-star characters, 4-star characters can get it easily. But you know what this also means? That means right now, the only people that are guaranteed to level up their characters to 100 are the whale players. Because remember how I've already said that, you know, I even roasted and made fun of all the people who spend money to get their 5-star characters to like C6. Well, now they have to spend a little bit more money, yes, but now their money is paying off, I guess, because if you get, say, another Raiden Shogun, now you get, or at least if she's on the list. Okay, let's say she's on the list. That means she can be at a level 100 if the whale player gets another duplicate of Raiden Shogun. Because aside of getting the Master Stardust or Star Glitter, you get that new item, the Masterless Stella Fortuna. Use that, or if you have one, the character's level cap can go up to 95. If you have two to spare, go to a level 100. And again, you don't need to spend any Mora, no EXP needs to grind. It just automatically goes to a level 100. Well, jeez. I think this is them trying to test the waters. Otherwise, imagine them saying, oh, we're gonna just remove that item and then just make people go through a fresh new Ascension quest after 5 years. Because, you know, right now, as you know, level 60 Adventure rank is only up to level 60. And then once you're at 60, that's it. No more Ascensions. All enemies and bosses will be at around level 90, 100. Now, it's pretty common that whenever you're at whatever level Ascension, you're at, all of your characters are level 70. The enemies, on the other hand, are 10 levels ahead of you. That's normal. My concern is what they have in future for this new feature where you can finally level up your characters to 100. I get that this is an end game thing, but this is also very unbalanced. Because this appeals to people who have full constellation with their 5 stars and their 4 stars. But it's easy enough to get a 4-star character to get their constellation. 5 stars, on the other hand, they expect you, they want you to spend your Primo Gems on those 5-star characters going through a rerun. But, you know, the choice is still yours. You could still do that, or save your Primo Gems for the newer characters that are coming. But no, this is something that whale players are definitely going to be spending their money on. But you know, I still stand by my view. That's their choice and that's their loss. Like, you know, I mean, is it a loss? Actually, kind of, because they spend their money on leveling up their characters or getting duplicates. It's a win for them in their perspective, and I'll give them that. But I don't know, man. That's crazy. I guess that's why people on YouTube are calling it greedy. You can't level up your characters to 95 and 100 without spending a lot of money being a whale player and get your 5-star to C6. And then after C6, guess what? It's not over. You have to get the duplicate again. Well, it could be any duplicate actually, or just as long as. Actually, no. It has to be a duplicate of a character, 5-star character who has their constellation at full. So nah, it's still a greedy thing. Oh well. Good to know though. At the very least, it probably doesn't affect the enemies in the overworld, because again, you're still at rank 60. Whatever world level you're at, enemies will always still be 90 or 100. So it's still balanced in a way. And besides, You have to remember the key thing about the game. It's all about teamwork in co-op or even in single player, where you have to switch between characters. Anyways, good to see that. Good to know. Sometimes I prefer not knowing too much so I can be filled with surprises. But I guess this is one of those cases where I probably had to look into for future references. Anyways, that's enough yapping. I am heading out. I got a shower and all that. Oh, did you know that Hoyoverse is making a new game? It's another Honkai game, and it's like Pokemon. I forgot what it was called. Honkai something, and I have no idea. But yeah, there's a new game coming up. But I'll talk about that another time. Alright, so with that, I will then see you guys in the next stream. Again? Yeah, again. I told you there was going to be a fourth one. Unfortunately, yeah, like I said, it's like Pokemon, so it's not a fighting game. But again, I'll talk about that another time. And yeah, again, if you want to check it out yourself, because there's already a teaser trailer and a in-game footage by the officials. So you can check that out. Honkai, what's it called? I'm going to quickly check that before I head out. Honkai, I don't know what the pronunciation is. Ah, here it is. Honkai Nexus Anima. Yeah. Okay, yeah. It's another, yeah. But yeah, like I said, I'll talk about that another time. Alright, so with that, I will then see you guys in the next stream. You folks have a good day and a good night. See ya, folks.